Hello, hello, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm working on the tapestry today. It's typically hard to do this on video because I'm so often checking instructions because of how intricate everything is. You can see in the update here what I'm up to. I did the cats most recently. I didn't really talk about it last video, but I checked, and the last time you saw this clearly was when I was beginning the trees. Since then, there have been owls. Look at these guys, they're so cute with the little ears, and their talons are in the trees, right? So that's really cute. I'll show it to you right side up. So like a big tree on the end, and then they got these owls perched in the trees. Lots more floral things, some daffodils, some big sort of hanging flowers, very fancy. And then these cats and kittens, which are so cute. They're gonna be stitched to the back once I'm done the background. So I'm finishing up building the blue background now. And then they're gonna be attached so they're not flopping around. And I've come to a row where the next instructions are like, do this for 10 stitches, do this for 10 stitches, do this for 70 stitches, do this for 10 stitches. So it's pretty straightforward, and it's double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, and then double crochet. So it's sort of, it keeps widening out the corners and it gets thinner towards the center, so we keep making this more rectangular like. Grab a coffee, grab a tea. I've got another mug, another handmade mug by my step-grandmother. I love this one, it's like berry colors. Oh, it's so yummy, and the coffee's great. All right, so I'm gonna get started with the double crochet. And I gotta tell you, I went on an adventure yesterday. I think you saw some of it maybe in the B-roll. Oh my goodness. I went to a really crafty secondhand shop, right? So imagine like a thrift store, like Goodwill or Salvation Army or something like that. I'm sure you have something like that wherever you are. But instead of it being clothing, it's almost exclusively, I mean, there's no clothing there. It's all arts and crafts supplies. So like, it's the place you go if you have old like sewing needles and you don't need them anymore, you give them to these people. If you have old balls of yarn and you don't know where to give the balls of yarn and you don't have anyone to give them to, you can give them here, and they resell everything, and it goes to local charities. It's so sweet. Right now, actually, they have a whole, they have a promotion going on to help with the food insecurity right now in the country. I'm in the United States, and there's a lot of turmoil right now with the government-assisted food programs. So right now they have a thing where you can drop off just a can of canned food, so like a can of beans or something like that, and you get 40% off everything you purchase. So that's a real incentive to donate food, which I think is really sweet. It's run by the community. It's for the community, by the community. It's just really sweet. Let me count over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 3 more pairs of double crochet, and then we're gonna do half double crochet. But there were so many treasures. Oh my goodness. I could not, like, I honestly felt so overwhelmed just by how many things there were. I felt I could barely buy anything. Like I spent like 2 hours just taking in everything. There's like 2 main rooms, and then there's 3, and then there's like a whole basement. I think now I've done 10. And in the basement, so now I'm doing 10 pairs of half double crochet. In the basement, you could fill a bag there's like 2 different sizes of bags, but it's basically like fill a bag for $5 kind of thing. And it's just all the overflow, and there's so many treasures. You could spend hours and hours and hours there. And then you come tomorrow and there's a whole new stock. So my mind was alight with ideas, especially quilting. There were so many fabrics, and all sorts of supplies, and embroidery things. I got into embroidery part of my my top-down. This is not quite a top-down set, but one of the things I pulled out here is this beautiful flower I embroidered when I learned how to embroider. This was, I think, the same winter I learned how to crochet. So this is like almost 2 years ago, I think. And I did a little bit of embroidery and then never did it again. This is the best thing I've embroidered. It's a few different techniques. It's got the pinwheel. It's got like the, I don't know what this technique is called. And then like also the stem is slightly different from a normal just stitch because you overlap them ever so slightly. But I was really proud of this, and like the different colors on the leaves. Oh yeah, and the French knot for the center. And I loved it. Like I had so much fun. And then it's one of the things that there was no issue. I just did other things. So I saw embroidery hoops, I saw embroidery floss, embroidery needles, and it got me thinking about embroidery. And I don't know. I've always wondered if I could incorporate embroidery with crochet. It seems tough because the fabric of crochet is not quite tight enough, I think, to support embroidery. So that's okay. But I've been thinking about embroidery for visible mending because I have some clothes I want to mend or that I've saved because I thought I could mend them, and I know the practice of visible mending, which I think originates from Japan, I think it's really beautiful. And I have some extra clothing and fabric that I can cut up and use, and I'd like to experiment with that. And I could just, go crazy and just like put things like this and then use this, like make something like this and just use that as a patch. All right, one more pair of half double crochets. And now is the big repeat. It's 2 single crochet in the next 71 chain 3 spaces. So I got a few minutes to talk. Grab some coffee. And also got other doodads. Like I couldn't resist. These were 25 cents each. Is wool roving, as far as I can tell. Actually, it does have the label on the inside of this. I can see what it is. What is it? I'm guessing it's wool roving. It feels like it. Yeah. It's hand spun. Oh my goodness, it's hand spun wool. Wow. That's beautiful. And then this one here feels very much like the same thing. Similar quality wool. And they're just so cute. I don't know that I'm going to do anything with them, but for 25 cents, they add a little bit of color to the room. Not that I'm lacking color, but color is the way right now. I just want more and more and more color. I want to walk into my room and I want to see all of the colors. It just makes me happy. I want my house to be full of warmth and vibrancy. So I didn't get many things from this shop. I did get these, the couple bits of yarn. I got a couple other little bits and bobs, and a pair of earrings actually. They had clip-on earrings, and I've always wanted to try earrings, so I got a pair. They were like these cute little owls, and I don't know, it was interesting. The clip-on earrings, like they really pinch, and it doesn't really go away. So I wore them for a few hours, and after a few hours, I really had to take them off. Like they were getting pretty uncomfortable. They are cute though. They're really cute. So I don't know. I'll keep those around for the right occasion. I'm not opposed. I just not going to be wearing earrings, every day, all day, I guess. It was really sweet to see the way they labeled everything. Everything was organized and hand labeled with these really like whimsical labels. Like everything was, you could tell that the labels were not just made with a pure utilitarian mind, where they were just like, these are scraps of wool, these are ribbons, and I just print them out, burp, burp, burp. It's all very organized. Like everything was hand drawn with sort of I don't know how to describe it. It was all so vibey and vibrant and just full of life and character, and you could just tell that like the people who run this place, they care. It's such a sweet thing to be able to support people who really put their heart and soul into their work. I feel better about spending my money in a place like that than, you know, at a sort of faceless corporation. It started snowing last night and continued today, which is interesting because we had a sort of late autumn where the trees change colors late, and they still, like many of the trees here, still have their leaves. So I was a little worried about the snow because I was worried that they would sort of damage the trees. But everything looked okay today because it wasn't too much snow. So it's kind of pretty. There's just a thin layer of snow over everything. It's snowing right now, but the trees still have their colors, so it's a nice contrast. Like there's this sort of white haze and sort of atmosphere to everything, but the colors of the trees still come through. You know, they're trying their hardest to stand out despite the cold. They're like, wait, we're still here. We're still here. It feels really cozy to sit inside, you know, surrounded by yarn and textiles and crochet, sip some coffee. It's really, really cozy. I honestly don't want to do anything else. I just want to crochet all day. That seems like the ideal sort of time right now. But I did go out. I went out today to the yarn shop since I am running out of blue yarn. You can actually see, take a look at this. There's two different blues here. In the pattern, both this blue and this blue are yarn B. I was in a place where I ran out of this dark blue. For reference, this is the light blue here, right? So light blue is much lighter. The dark blue is dark. This is the light and dark blue. The dark blue I'm using now is much darker, right? But I didn't have the dark blue, and I just wanted to continue, and I thought, it won't make that much of a difference. And I don't think it looks that bad. But now I'm about to finish this yarn. And so I purchased the original dark blue. But what I'm wondering now is if I don't have enough of this dark blue to finish this row. I don't think I would want to switch in middle of a row. This is not that kind of project. Like if you're doing a scarf or like a hat, unless you want it perfectly separated colors, you can just switch yarn whenever you're done. But I think, this is how much yarn I have left. I'm not, it might be tight, it might be tight. Stay tuned to see if I run out of yarn. And then while I was at the yarn shop, I found the yarn I needed, and that was cool. But then I saw such beautiful yarn, and I've been wanting to get really pretty, like, high quality yarn for a long time, and I just couldn't quite make the justification for it. And because it's expensive if you want to get really nice yarn, right? If you want to get like handmade, ethically sourced merino wool, it's not cheap. And I felt like it's always a risk. I have felt in the past that it was a risk to get such kind of yarn because there's no project that I'm like super confident in. Like when I started this, for example, I didn't know that I would make it this far. So I got the cheapest acrylic they had. Right? And that also makes sense. You know, no one's wearing this, so you don't need it to be, you just want it to look vibrant. So acrylic is maybe the right way to go for a tapestry. But now that I've been working on a scarf that you saw in the last video, I feel a lot more confident about making a scarf. and I kind of enjoyed the process, even though sometimes it got boring, but it was fun to have something that I don't have to look at instructions for at all. And I could just do anytime, anywhere, and never have to reference anything. And so when I was I didn't plan on this, but when I was at the yarn shop, I gave in. I found such beautiful yarn, and I thought, oh my goodness, I could make a scarf for myself, because I don't have any scarves I like. I just have like some acrylic or like polyester scarves that I've used in the past years, and they're fine. But just feeling the scarf that I'm making for my friend, and it's you know, the scarf that scarf is not merino wool. It's just nice wool, and even that is just so like, it has a nice weight to it. It's so luxurious. And I spent a few dollars and got myself some beautiful wool from Uruguay, family-owned company, and they're very careful in their selection of their yarn. These beautiful, beautiful colors. They do some hand-dyed. I did not get any hand-dyed yarn, but these are like pop-dyed, right? So they have like a big vat and they dye them. It's not machine-dyed, basically. It is done sort of by hand, but it's not actually like painted, which is the most intensive, like the most hands-on, most creative sort of process. So I'm really excited. I'm sure you'll be seeing that soon, because that's be really fun to just chat and work on. But that's really exciting. It was fun to just go to the yarn shop and get some new yarn, and I'm really excited to start on the scarf. And I'm excited because it's getting cold. Right now we're in wintry mix season, right? So it's like we get some snow, but then it's gonna warm up again this week, and it's all gonna melt. So it's getting cold. It's about the time to get some scarves done, because it's gonna get even colder. So I'm excited. I'm gonna count my single crochets. Here we go. Woohoo! The count is correct. I'm getting increasingly nervous working on this project when I'm counting, 70 stitches, 80 stitches, and this is the foundation, for the next row. I'm always scared I'm gonna be one off, and then I don't know where the mistake is, and can I fudge it, and how can I fudge it? So I'm glad to count the correct count. I've got 20 more chain 3 spaces left, which is exactly what I need to do. 10 more half double crochet and 10 more double crochet. That is what's going on. I'm back. I had a lot of counting to do because this is the end of part 12 of this lovely pattern, Anno 1926. I do not want to mess it up, and I thought the count was slightly off, and it was in one part, and that made me sort of paranoid about everything else, so I did a lot of counting, and now we're back. And if you can hear some background noise, that actually might be one of my radiators doing its thing. They're not all perfectly silent. They have various whimsical noises they make throughout the day, which is kind of cool. So long as they don't wake me up at night, I'm chill. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up around here, working on the single crochets on the second long side. I am dubious that the yarn is gonna last. I mean, it's just single crochets, but this is how much yarn I have left. So I'm gonna have a decision to make whether I want to pull out this entire row and start over with the new yarn or switch in middle. So I'm not sure what I'll do. I'll find out when I get to the end of it. But right now I'm gonna try to make it work. I'm gonna try to make it work just by carrying along. See how it goes. But that's it for me today. Stay warm, stay crafty, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.